Everybody get.
You mentioned something, Josh, about league, like a league sponsors and things like that. And that's something that the three of us have been kind of toying around with in some of our talks and shows is, what can the league do to get like a league-wide sponsor? Like MASL sponsored by Coca-Cola. Obviously probably not that big of a name, but something like that where there's more of a, you look at like NASCAR and things like that. They always every year has a different somebody different sponsoring the entire league. Is that something you're looking into?
I absolutely been looking at it for years, and the simple reality is you need major eyeballs for someone that has a national reach, and even we have an international reach. So, for example, we have had conversations with Budweiser, Sherwin-Williams. I could go through a list of large companies we have talked to, and their simple response is, you just need more eyeballs. Two responsibility, you need more eyeballs, a national television deal, stars that we can recognize. When Landon Donovan and Jermaine Jones hit our rosters, that had an impact. They said, okay, now we're associating with a brand that has national recognition like us as well. Ford is another one that has a lot of interest. The other thing is pinning down our demographics. Who are our fans? Who are they targeting? And that's not an endeavor that doesn't come with a lot of pain, doesn't come with a lot of investment. So those things are difficult. We had Jeff Menard on last year as our sponsorship lead. We've now been leaning on Michael Hitchcock, who has a long history in sports business, especially soccer. We have significant leads in both departments. But you also have to have inventory that those national sponsors want. And if you want to talk about American Airlines, Delta, Budweiser, look at who they're sponsoring and the inventory they're getting. Everything's filmed in 1080p. Everything's highly graphicked. The brand itself, the shield of what they do is the best. We need to get there. I think we're probably better off looking at regional sponsors down the West Coast, the Central, and the East, depending on what the footprints of those corporations are. And then also tying in a larger television deal, which we can get, but it doesn't come, once again, without a lot of investment. Television, I guess the misnomer is everyone hears about NFL, MLB, NBA, these huge television deals. Those come about because they have major awareness and they already have built-in production. For us to get those major television deals, we have to invest in significant amounts of production within our arenas. Sure. And remember that we don't own the arenas. We don't control the arenas. So that's all cash out of pocket for our owners. And that has to become before sponsorship and before large television deals. It's a difficult thing to do. We could return to 11 Sports and have that product. We simply chose to go after the bigger fish, provide our sport to many more fans throughout North America. And this last year, we never found a deal, and there were deals on the table. We never found a deal that would subsidize the production to get us in front of all those people and not just gouge our owners without having sponsorship on the back end.
Yeah, those kind of tie into my next question. I've kind of been maybe a small critical of the broadcast quality over the years, as everyone chuckles in the background. Well, is there a way that the league can do I guess a broadcast standard? The weird thing that I saw this year that I don't know how this ties into it. If you ever watch the TV show The Voice, they usually have a pre-recorded, couple weeks, and then they have their live shows. Well, this year COVID hit right as the live shows were coming, so they actually sent all of the singers a package, and it was like 3 suitcases worth of lights and camera and a Microsoft Service tablet. And obviously it's to record one person. So it's not like a league or an arena quality type thing, but maybe I kind of thought of an idea of that. If there could be a prepackaged, I know like ESPN will send out a satellite truck and things like that. NFL obviously owns all their own, but is there anything like that in the works or thoughts, or is it kind of too hard to tackle right now?
No, I think that's a great question. Those are called fly packs, right? So we could send teams fly packs, which are built-in cameras, switchers, encoders, and whatnot. Once again, someone has to pay for it, and we're asking our owners to pay for all of it. Two, a lot of arenas dictate what you can put in an arena. So if it's a union arena, they're going to say our union has to do the cameras. They have to be our cameras. We have to buy from this, vendor. So it's not as simple as just putting in production. You have to work with the arena, significant expense, and ultimately it still comes back to our owner's pocket. If in fact it's not being subsidized by a sponsor, and that becomes a chicken and egg issue because the sponsor is not going to sponsor something until they see a product that they like. So it goes back and forth. The ultimate answer to a lot of these questions is we need more awareness and more fans in the stands. And trust me, our teams work extremely hard to do this. And if you talk to any operator across any sport, getting people in 2020, even if it was 2019, we're having this conversation, give up their money to go sit in a seat in an arena instead of watching some product on television is very difficult. Because the fact of the matter is our entertainment options now are better than they've ever been in the history of mankind, whether it's Netflix, Hulu, whatever. You have access to your favorite teams and your favorite movies at the click of a button. So getting someone to leave their home to go watch a game in person is extremely difficult. We can do it. I think arena soccer is one of the most fascinating games I've ever watched, and exciting, if not the most exciting game I've ever watched. It can be done. It just takes time. Arena soccer has been around for 30 plus years, 40 years now, and it's going to take some refinement. We're going to keep evolving, and we're past the revolution point, right? There's been revolt in arena soccer. Now it's about evolution, gaining traction, having a business model to get there.